Two, please.
You should. You have it.
I was going to say,
What?
where
Go
are
ahead.
you in the cycle of that?
Well, I'm about to finish, but I think the big DreamWorks network, television buy and all the, all that stuff is about to hit.
Okay.
So it's going to be raining bees.
I think it
in a
already
couple
is.
of days.
I think it already is raining bees, and the amount of promotion I've seen for this thing is absolutely stupendous. And I go back to, I got a tape in the mail. You dressed up in a bee suit at the most prestigious film festival on the planet,
Yeah.
and you leap off of a roof. I mean,
Right.
there you go.
Right.
What was going through your mind when you did that, by the way?
The last thing I want to do is do anything that smacks of desperation. That's what I was thinking. And I think this is dignified, it's classy, it's elegant. That's what I was thinking.
This is not shameless self-promotion.
No, no, no.
30 Rock, you made an appearance on there on,
Yeah.
on the season opener. I love the fact that you were delivering a line, you broke the eye contact, you looked right in the camera, and you said, this is the opening date.
Yeah. And I said, the director told me to do that. And I said, no, you don't want to do that. That's going to break the whole reality of your show. He says, I don't care. I said, you want me to look in the camera and do the date of the movie? He says, yeah, go ahead, do it. What's the difference?
It was perfect. You got to know
on
it.
that show.
You got to know it. You definitely got to know it. Was there anything that you said, I'm drawing a line in the sand, I won't cross that line, this is what I won't do?
Clearly not. Clearly not. And perhaps I should have. So what do you think? How does, it's very hard for me, being obviously it's my movie and everything, so I notice all the promotion. But I don't know what it's like to be just a regular person and what it seems like. So what's your, impression when you see all this stuff? What does it make you think?
What it makes me think is that I love the fact that somebody is actually going this far with it and fessing up to it. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to take necessarily the mental high road and say, well, I'm not promoting.
Lower
I wouldn't do it.
myself.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm hustling.
To hell with
movie.
it. I'm going to dress up like a bee and I'm going to jump off a roof. That's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Why not? Showbiz.
Now, you have leapt into a movie here. These things are not cheap to produce.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very expensive. You're filthy rich, God knows, but you're taking a big chance on this.
Well, it's not my money. I didn't put the money. I didn't put a penny into this thing. I can't lose a dime.
Well, that's a good kind of. So there's no chance, no risk being taken here.
Except total public humiliation. Aside from that, very little risk.
In Florida, we have bugs. They're called love bugs. Have you ever heard about these things?
No.
Little animals, little bugs that fly around, and they permanently mate. And they escaped, apparently, from the University of Florida, and they're everywhere. And they smash up on windshields and all of that other stuff.
A big, heavy bug?
Big, heavy bug, and they splat, and they don't get out of the way of cars and things like that.
So it's while they're mating that you hit them?
They mate from the moment they're born to the moment they die. It's an interesting bug. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, that sounds.
I don't know if there's a future movie in
It
this.
sounds like a movie to me. Maybe not PG, but the love bugs.